Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to present my paper for risk analysis for elderly with a wearable accelerometer measurement. I'm Hong Kong Yao from City University of Hong Kong. So you can see actually when the elderly drop to the floor, maybe they will have the head trembling and broken bones. Okay, from the WHO global report. There's some increase of the injury, especially age over 70. Okay, so actually you can see that there's about 131% increase for the last 3 decades, and it is expected there will be a 100% increase in the number of related injuries in 2030. Okay. And the direct medical cost, because the doctor need to treat them if they got the injuries, it will be increased from 616.5 million in 2012 to 30.3 billion. But actually, this is for the USA data. Okay. On the other hand, actually, fall risk assessment rely on both identification of fall risk factor and clinical tests, such as a 3-meter tie up and go and Berk balance scale. Okay, so actually there's some other tools. For example, a wearable sensor can be more sensitive and can provide more qualitative assessment. For literature review, you can see actually the cause of the fall can be separated in the risk factor, several risk factors. For example, biomedical, behavioral, and environmental. Okay, and actually it depends on the age and the gender. Okay, and this one also related by one's lifestyle. For example, the type of the medication and physical environment. So there's some common used motor performance tests such as Berk scale, time up and go, POMA, etc. But those methods cannot provide the qualitative predictive assessment. Okay, so actually we can try to use some other, such as the wearable, such as this one. Okay, this one, wearable sensor. You can use this one. So on the other hand, there's some nonlinear analysis technique, such as a harmonic ratio, index of harmonicity, IH, body scale, entropy, NSE, recurrence quantification analysis, ROQ. Actually, you can use this one. 3 types of the methodology to evaluate the fall risk. Normally, functional system, physiologically and qualitative assessment. Normally, the fall risk assessment is a very cost-effective approach. Okay. On the other hand, there's some variation in intervention, such as a 3-meter time up and go, and Berk balance scale. Okay. Secondly, system disorders can differentiate a different type of balance disorder. For example, sensor motor mechanism can be identified through the physiological assessment. Okay, and then there's some other scoring systems, such as a balance evaluation system and the physiological profile approach. Okay, normally they actually for the later one has a very sensitive, but cannot make the direct treatment decision. Okay. So qualitative assessment can measure the subject with a computerized system and wearable sensor. Actually, this is the major topic I want to discuss in this conference. Okay. So hypothesis, there's 4. The first one, harmonic ratio of one direction is covariant to the Berk balance scale. The second one, gauge pattern of an elderly can be segmented as multiple groups, which are also distinct among each other. The third one, risk of fall can be stratified by movement data of elderly, which is collected by an accelerator during the game pattern assessment. The last one, that's the relationship between the stratified groups of 4 weeks by clustering and that by balance scale. For the data collection, we collect 31 elderly residents from one of the elder centers in Hong Kong. Okay, and normally they will wear the accelerator. This is a X13-4 USB accelerator data log. Okay, there's a free access data collection. Okay, the accelerator data is transformed into individual free access harmonic ratio. Okay, and then this trend acceleration of direction of a vertical, bilateral ML, and anterior posterior AP will be represented by X, Y, Z respectively. Okay, to examine the relationship between the movement, peer correlation coefficient is used. Okay, from the pair of the BPS and the harmonic ratio. Okay, without any separation of the individual 4 weeks, K-mean cluster as a non-hierarchical clustering technique is proposed to stratify the risk group. Okay, so actually there's the possible combination of the multiple direction, X, Y, Z, X, Y, X, Z, and Y, Z. Okay. On the other hand, you can see the formula is here. The formula is here, and then the model performance can be further validated with a work balance scale by dividing 2 groups of a higher and lower risk of falling with cutoff score of 45 in terms of F5 score. Okay. So this is the result. Peer correlation. You can see that that's the 3 parameters: 0.3655, 0.1426, and 0.498. Okay. And then you can see that it is significant. You can see the first hypothesis is accepted. For the second one, you can see that the second hypothesis is also accepted. You can see this table. Okay, this is the result of the t-test and one-way ANOVA shows the consistent result. Okay, however, the difference of the mean value of BPS score between 2 clusters cannot show a significant difference. So for the third hypothesis, is rejected. Okay, and for the last one, also the fourth hypothesis is also rejected based on this table. Okay, you can see that the stratification of risk of fall seems to be associated between the cluster level and BPS cutoff score. Nonetheless, the fourth hypothesis is rejected because under the significance of 0.05. On the other hand, chi-square is 2.82. Okay. So discussion for the previous session, the possible correlation between BPS and Z direction HR ratio has been observed. So that means it can indicate the elderly with higher gauge stability among the direction of anterior posterior tends to obtain higher BPS score and less risk of the fall. Okay, so actually this result is consistent with the finding actually used for the before, and then the chosen cluster model has proved that the gain pattern of the error can be segmented as 2 distinguishable groups. Okay, so here you can see that this is the result. Why the result is like that? Okay. Okay. Conclusion. In conclusion, 2 of the 4 hypotheses are accepted, and another 2 are rejected. Okay. So actually, the relationship between the gain stability and fall risk codified by BPS is identified. Okay. And moreover, the cluster model could differentiate the gain stability of the elderly along vertical and anterior posterior direction, but not risk level of the fall. So the proposed model, which still sufficiently could be a classifier to preliminarily estimate whether the elderly is high risk of fall with wearable device data, okay, could be adopted before conduct more detailed and reliable, but it is quite time-consuming assignment, okay? Okay, this is my end of presentation. Thank you.